You with the one and only boxing guru for this episode of Under the Microscope. We hearing a lot of noise being made between former IBF champ Robert Easter, E-Bunny, versus Devin Haney. Now he telling Devin Haney to come up to 140 so they can get it on. They have a long history of internet battles between each other, social media battles between each other, calling each other out or saying different things about each other. I think everybody should focus in their own division. Devin is fighting at 135. Devin has a lot of work to do at 135. They don't need to make no smoke between each other because they're in two different weight classes. Bunny fighting at 140, Devin is at 135. Devin has big money fights at 135. Devin should not leave the 135-pound division without getting this money. There's too much money to be made. At 140 pounds, money ain't even like that. The money is not available like it is at 135. You got Teofimo Lopez, you got Tank maybe fighting at 135. You got, who else? King Ryan Garcia, he's the money man. So Devin would be ridiculous to lead this division. I didn't understand why Bunny, maybe he couldn't make the weight anymore, but before I would have left that division, I would have had to put my hands on some of them boys. Some of them, if I was E-Bunny, some of them internet boys, because it's too much money to be floating around. You had Tank, T.O., I'm a former champion. Man, I would have had to see him because that would have been some of my biggest paydays, whether I win, lose, or draw. I could blame it on weight issues before I left out without securing this money. I wouldn't have had lapses within 2019, and I'm fighting in 2021. So me, I think this just cloud chasing, smoke chasing, because boxing in 2021 been doing a lot of that. You have a lot of recognizable fighters with good names and good opponents, but everybody going down different roads. They just clout chasing. If you ain't saw my video, boxing has become a firework dud. This sound like one because you're calling each other out in different weight classes and different things of that nature. Devin needs to stay at home, get this money, secure that, and then move up. Because boxing is about timing. It's about the right timing and the right opponents. Style makes fight. So me, with managers and promoters, they not going to let certain fights happen until the right time. Plus, Devin is still young. Devin is, what, 20? I forgot, early 20s. Bunny is 30. So Devin is on a different track, and he's coming in at the right time as far as the real big money with Teofimo and all that. So I don't see this fight happening. I just think this is more of the social media phase that's going on now with these young boxers and the boxing right now, because this fight to me don't make any sense, but just on social media, just back and forth talking. That's the only evidence of this fight ever happening or taking place, because Devin is, on the other side of the tracks, Bunny on the other side of the track. There's big fights over there for Bunny at 140. On the PBC side. So I just believe it's just more social media stuff. Because like I said, but if it did happen, this will be an electrifying fight as far as the style matchup. We just gonna go into the make-believe phase right now, or the what-if stage right now. Because if they did fight, in my opinion, they match up beautifully. You have a good boxer in Devin Haney who moves around the ring. Fast combination. He's been taught real good. He put in a good work rate, a good work history. He understands boxing completely. And he's tall as Bunny. Not as taller than Bunny, but he's tall. So he can bear to fight Bunny in certain spots that a lot of other fighters can't do. Because with Devin height and his movement, he would be in the pocket with Bunny. He would be able to stalk Bunny down, and then with Bunny, having a 76-inch reach and good boxing IQ and fast twitch muscles, this would be an electrifying fight if it did happen. You know, Bunny stand behind his jab. Bunny works good on the inside, being a very tall fighter. He will press Devin to limits that Devin haven't been pressed before. You know, so it will be intriguing if the fight did go down. So you'll have to weigh the pros and cons of each fighter, in my opinion. You know, the foot movement gonna play a part in this fight. You know, that's gonna be major because, like I said, movement around the ring, being able to set your opponent up is gonna be very vital between these two fighters if they did fight each other, in my opinion. So this would be an intriguing match. I would look forward to seeing if it did happen. But in my opinion, I don't think it is going to happen because, like I said, boxers now in 2020 and 2021 is just clout chasing, smoke chasing, or whatever you want to call it. Is just becoming a lot of back and forth on social media. But if it did go down, I'd definitely be in attendance at this fight because I believe it would be electrifying to see what would happen. This would be Devin's first real opponent fighting Bunny. And this would show you if Devin is the real deal, like Holyfield, if he gonna, you know, be what he's saying he is, the dream, you know what I'm saying? So I wish this fight would have happened when they was at 130, 35 pounds, but Devin was still ranking himself up. He still was young. So, but maybe in a year or so, or, you know, 2 years, they might be willing to make this fight happen. But I don't see it happening at any time because Devin got too much work at 135 pounds. Plus, it's too much money to be made. So these are the words for the one and only boxing guru for this episode Under the Microscope. Robert Easter E. Bunny versus Devin Haney. Just clout chasing right now, in my opinion.